Welcome to Just Desserts. My name is Renee Smith, and my guest today is Jerry Butler. Hi, Jerry.
Hi.
You ready to play a game?
You bet.
Well, this one is strictly a math game. Are you up for it?
I guess.
You can do it.
I learn from you. You bring it on.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do this without very much help from me. This game is called 24, and I actually used to use this in my classroom a lot. It's a pretty inexpensive little deck of cards, and they're kind of special because each one of them contains 4 numbers on both sides of the card. And the object of the game is spelled out by its name, which is 24. So what we're asking students or children to do at this point is use their addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division skills to come up with a total of 24 using the 4 numbers on the card. And in the prepared deck that the manufacturer makes, there is a solution for each side of every card. So they can make 24 by using the...
know there's an answer.
We know that there's an answer of 24
I like that.
on every one of the cards. So let's see if we can come up with the correct way to make 24 using addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And this time our numbers are 7, 6, 5, and 1. I know. So here we are. What do you think? What should we try first?
Well, if you just add them all together, that's not right. So
What would we have? We'd have 6 and 7 is 13. And then we'd have 1 more is 14, and then 5 is 19.
19?
19. So
Man,
that doesn't work.
Okay.
So
scratch that idea.
Scratch addition all the way, although we may use some addition in the problem.
Oh, yeah.
What if we do some multiplication? I like multiplication.
Let's get it up
Which
there.
numbers would you like to multiply?
Well, we got to get it up there a ways, but not too high. So I'm just spitballing this thing. So let's take 6 times 5.
Okay, 6 times 5. I'm going to write this down for us. 6 times 5 would give me 30. But I'm not going to... Do you see something I'm doing a little differently here? And I'm going to show this to the camera. I did 6 times 5, but I put an arrow to make 30 because we're not done, are we?
No, it wouldn't be equals.
And so in a math class, we teach students to not use equals because we're not done with the problem.
So you know you got to go.
We still have to keep going. So 6 times 5 is 30. What do you want to do with those other 2 numbers next? A 7 and a 1. What would you like to do? We're going to have to come down. So what
Quite a ways, yeah. So
except guess what? My arrow shouldn't have gone there. That's silly. I have to have an operation
still
first.
we have to do, yeah. So let's take 7 off, or subtract 7 from
Okay, if I subtract 7,
get
I'd be
us
down
there.
to 23. Oops, and I should have had an arrow. I'm making mistakes today. So we're to 23.
Ooh, hey, guess what we got left?
Plus 1. So now I'm going to put the equal sign because we are done and we are to 24. Good job.
We have a winner. What do we get?
Chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Actually, you're going to get a cookie and a smoothie in a few minutes.
Sweet.
Okay. How about the other side? Now we have a 7, a 3, a 2, and a 3. Totally different numbers, but guess what? We can still make 24.
If you say so.
Well, if we think about what we did last time, we multiplied first. So what if we took these big numbers and multiplied and got 21? But then these other 2 would either give us a 5 or a 6.
Going to put us over the top.
That's going to put us over the top, and we can't. Even if we went to 7 and 3 is 21. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 3. We're at 24, and then we still have that 2. So that's not going to work. What do you think we ought to try first this time?
Oh, something random. 3 plus 7?
3 plus 7.
10.
What's that give you?
10. I know that one.
And we're not done, so I'm using my arrow.
Okay.
We're at 10. We got to keep going up, don't we? So what do you want to try next? If we added 3, we'd be at 13. If we added 2 more, we'd only be at 15. That's not going to help us. We need something that we can... You know what? You know what? If I take 8 times 3, I get 24. I know my multiplication to know 8 times 3 is 24. Is there a way we can get to 8?
Get this down to 8.
Because we're at 10 right now.
Easy. I know.
Tell me.
Take the 2 off.
Okay, minus 2.
And now you're at 8.
When we're at 8, and then we can multiply by 3, and bing, 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 bing.
We have a winner.
We have another winner.
Whoa.
Now, I always like to try to figure out a way that if I don't happen to have that in my house, I can still play the game.
Yeah.
Especially tonight when I want to impress my children that I can come up with 4 cards and 24, or 4 numbers and 24. Yeah. So, if you take a standard deck of playing cards and take out all of the face cards and the jokers, and then you shuffle them and just come up with 4 different numbers, you lay them out. This doesn't work quite as well as the deck of cards, the 24 game, because sometimes you pick 4 numbers randomly that just there's no way you can make 24.
Yeah,
but most of the time you can.
Really?
So we have this time a 9, a 6, a 4, and another 6.
Well, that's obviously more than 20.
If we add
I
it
wouldn't
up,
get so lucky that they
That it would
would
just
add
add
up
up.
and then I'd be done and another winner. No.
So, but we learned a lesson a while ago about multiplying and trying to find multiples that would equal 24. So, what do you want to try? I'm going to give you. You don't want to get too high with your multiplication. So, what do you think?
Well, let's take. I don't know. Take the 9 times the 4.
Okay, 9 times 4 is
49.
36.
Okay.
Okay, 36.
I knew that.
Okay, I bet you did. And then we're going to have to come back down because we're too high now.
Yeah.
So, what if we subtract a 6?
Ooh, that gets us 30, right?
Yes.
We're getting close. What do we got left?
We've
used a 6, a 4,
and a
9. And we could take another 6 off. Bingo. Boom. That was easy.
We're at 24. Boom.
Woo.
What do you think?
We're good.
Would that help kids? Do you think that would help kids with their addition, subtraction, multiplication?
Would help
division?
me. I need all the help I could get.
Well, how about if we play another round and have a smoothie at the same time?
Okay, because I'm getting a headache.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to get a headache. Have a drink while I get rid of these guys.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us for Just Desserts. For more information, you can check us out on My Kids Turn.